Hey, what's up guys? It's Ivan here with another case study for you. And this time we have Nabil's campaign here. He is promoting a product called Easiest System Ever or something like that from ClickBank that pays out about $270 in commission. So great product. We're going to go over all of this. Nabil is doing something a little different than what we saw in the previous case study. And that is he has a landing page where he is collecting emails. He's collecting leads. And so Nabil reached out to me and he said, Ivan, I'm getting a 25% conversion rate on my landing page, sometimes going to as little as 10%. What do I do? How do I improve my conversions? What am I doing wrong? And so here we are in this video. I'm going to show exactly all the pros of this campaign, what you're doing right, and then the minor things that we can improve and some of the major things that will definitely make a very positive, drastic change in the performance of your campaign. We're going to go over all of this, guys. If you want me to make a case study for your campaign to see how you can benefit and how you can improve your performance, your conversion rate, your sales, send me an email at ivan@ivanmana.com with your ID of your Google Ads or Microsoft Ads account. And I'm going to request manager access, and I'm going to just look over the campaign and make a video like this showing things that we can improve, that we can do better. All right. So before we get into it, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on videos like this. I cover topics, anything to do with affiliate and online marketing to help you make money online. That's the goal, freedom lifestyle. And that's what I'm going to help you do in this video by analyzing this campaign in as much thorough detail as possible. So let's get into it. Nabil, your campaign called Free Affiliate Marketing Guide, My Test. This is your landing page. Looks pretty good. We're going to get into the details later on. I do like that. And then here are your ads. You have your keywords. You have your locations here. So we're targeting all the tier 1 countries. That is amazing. You have some great keywords. Again, we're going to get into this in more detail. You have some nice ads here. And yeah, that's the campaign. So let's start off with the good things, right? What I like about your campaign. So first of all, your ads, I do like them. I love how you have a call to action in the second headline. Very important, guys. Don't forget a call to action. If you want to make your campaign profitable, that's one of the benchmarks, marketing 101. You do need a call to action. Claim your free course now. Get started now. Sign up now. Watch now. And buy now. Order now. Download now. Get instant access. You need those calls to action, guys, because if you don't tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. You got to tell people what to do, okay? Very important in marketing. You got to push them towards the objective you want them to take. Very important. Nabil, great job on hammering down on that. You got your call to action right here, okay? And everywhere, it's a little different. Here you have claim your free course. Here you have get free instant access now. Love it. Excellent job, okay? So I love your ads. I love your ads. Great job. The descriptions are also very good. I like how you have the ampersand there, right? So something we talked about in the previous case study, something to get people's attention, to catch their eye. Love it. I like your keywords. I think you have a very good keyword selection. You obviously did your keyword research because these are pretty relevant keywords to what we're doing here, to this affiliate marketing course / guide, which is called the Easiest System Ever or something like that. Pretty relevant. I do like your location, tier 1 countries, very good. America, Canada, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia. That what I missed? So very good stuff, all right? So that's pretty much it, okay? Overall, pretty good. Your landing page also, pretty good in general. Pretty good in general. Like I said, we'll get into the details later on. Right now, I'm talking about all the positive stuff. So I do like your landing page. I love how it's very neat, okay? There's a lot of landing pages I see that look like crap. And it's like, what are you thinking? Nobody's going to click on, like, that looks like a shit website. So your website looks really good. Like, it just looks nice. I love this. You have some testimonials. You have another call to action at the bottom. You have a big call to action button. Like I said, very important. I love it. Have a nice little picture. You're collecting emails. That is also good for long-term business growth. Guys, you want to collect emails. Look at my website, ivanmana.com. I collect emails. If you're doing something short-term, and let's be honest, a lot of ClickBank products or a lot of affiliate products in general they have a very short life, right? Like you can see a product run maybe for a month, maybe for a few months, and then it's gone. So if you're doing something like that, it could be good. Collecting emails, if you're in the field, in that niche, like let's say health, wealth, relationships, things like that. So in this case, if you're in the health niche, not in this case, but I mean for the pills, right? Like for the pill products. If you're doing like pill products and it goes off the market, you can still collect emails because you'll be collecting emails for other products you can promote. But in general, if your whole business model is based on one product, I wouldn't suggest collecting an email. I'd suggest just doing a bridge page, okay? For the short term, bridge page is more than enough. For long-term business, like look at my business, I've been in business for 6 years. Now I'm collecting emails, ivanmana.com. For most of my other affiliate products, I don't collect emails because I don't want to make a whole business around it. I just want some short-term profits, okay? So up to you depending on what you want. But that's basically my goal. If you want like a long-term, stable, good business, I do suggest you collect emails. So I love that stuff. Let's go over some things we can improve. So first of all, as always, I'm going to get into the extensions, guys. Extensions, there's no reason not to add them. So let's go into your campaign so it doesn't make us look at the account. Scything extensions, they're huge, man. They can take up 1 to 2 ad spaces. They're huge. They take up so much ad space, there's no reason not to do them. Action extension. And let me just check ad group again. I don't think you have it anywhere. Action extension adds a little call to action button to the right of your ad. You have call out extensions, which makes your description even longer. You have structured snippet extensions, which makes your description even longer. So you have all these extensions. You have a chance to drastically increase the click-through rate for your ads and therefore increase your quality score and therefore pay less per click. So you have all this potential you're not really utilizing, right? Why not? No reason not to. So just go in and just add all of these. I believe I do have a video. I'll put a link in the description if I do. I'm pretty sure I do, on how to make most of these extensions. If not, then I cover this in my training course at ivanmana.com/all-courses, where I go over every single extension and how to do that. So that's the one thing I would improve, you know, the minor thing I would improve. The next thing here is the ads. So your ads are good. Like I said, you know, there's no space for you to put the affiliate marketing course like that. So that's understandable why you did it like that. And frankly, it's not a big deal. I would try out maybe a different headline, see if you can do something else instead of course, like look up course synonyms, you know, maybe that are shorter than course, maybe that you can fit in, just some food for thought. But the main thing here I would say is you have way too many variations actually, and that's a problem because you don't get nearly as many clicks, all right? So normally what I suggest for people starting out is to have 2, maximum 3 ad variations and to test only one thing at a time. What you're doing here is you have a lot of ad variations and you're testing many things at a time. And the problem is, if like you did this and on paper this looks good, but you don't know. You're not gonna know, Nabil, which one of these does better. There's no way to know for you. No way, zero. Microsoft does not provide you that information. If you go into view asset details, they don't provide you that information. All they do is tell you good, bad, you know, whatever. So if you go into combinations, they're going to tell you here. No, where was it? Basically, they're going to give you, oh yeah, here, performance label. So they're going to give you a label of like if it's good, if it's bad, you know, so on and so forth. But you're not going to see conversions. All you're going to see is impressions, and that sucks. So you're going to have no idea what works for you and what doesn't. So what I do suggest you do, Nabil, is you have 1 or 2 maximum, or sorry, 2 to 3 maximum ad variations. And what you do instead is you go over here and you just make 2 ads. So instead of using this, what you're doing here, I would make 2 separate ads. So what I would do is I would delete this pin. I would delete this. I would delete this. I would, yeah, you can keep this 3. Okay, so delete this, and delete this. So keep only 1 of each. Keep this 3. You can keep that. And then what you would do is save and create another. Okay, so create another ad. And then on that other ad, what I would suggest you do is you change one thing. Change one thing, either change headline 1, change headline 2, or maybe change the description. I would suggest one of these 2, just headline 1 or headline 2. Just change one of those. That's it. So it's going to be in your second ad. Yes, your ad strength might show up as poor. That doesn't matter. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. We need to take things into our own hands, not Microsoft's. So I would just change either position 1 or position 2. That's it. Okay, does that make sense? So delete this, delete this, delete this. Only change one thing, either this or this in your other ad. So you're going to click on create new, save and create new, and then you're going to change this. So instead of this, you're going to put this, for example. Okay. What you could also do is do something much more different. So the difference between these two isn't much. I would do something like something totally different. Like I would just say, I don't know off the top of my head, but like, for example, claim your free course. You would maybe, to do something totally different, you would add 2 little arrows on either side of the text. And you would say, so for example, I would do something like maybe this. This is allowed, right? You would do download, oops, or maybe get instant access now. And notice how this is way different than what you have right now, right? This is way different. It's got the arrows and it's got get instant access now. It doesn't say free. So maybe if it doesn't say free, it could convert better. So that's the type of things I would do right here. So that's my suggestion for you for the ads, because look at this, look at this. So look at how many clicks we got, first of all, right? So let's go into entire, yeah, so we got, let's look at overall real quick. In total, you got 226 clicks, okay? And let's look at how many ad variations you have, let's say for your highest number of clicks ad group. Let's look at how many ad variations you have. So we're gonna go into combinations. Look at this. These are all the combinations of your ads. Look at how many combinations there are, dude. That's like 40, 30 maybe different combinations of ads. Dude, that's insane. Even professional companies that get millions of clicks, even they don't, I'm pretty sure they don't have 30 different ad variations running. They have maybe 5 tops, you know, because you need to be able to make data with each variation. And look at this, you're getting, this isn't even clicks, this is impressions. Most of your ads aren't even seeing the light of day, right? They're not even seeing the light of day. And again, the problem with this, what's happening here is you don't see the conversions, right? So this is really pointless. That's why I suggest making the 2 ads. You just have way too many ad variations. And most of them don't see the light of day. Like I would say, like maybe the cutoff is like here. So these are the only 2 ads that are really seeing anything, and they're the damn same. They're the exact same thing. Free affiliate market, right? Everything else, you don't see anything. Okay, so that's why that's kind of a problem. So I do suggest that you just make the 2 ad variations right now. Okay, so that's it for that. Let's go into ad groups as well. If we go click back on your campaign, we're going to go to ad groups. So I do like the fact that you have different ad groups. What I don't like is that the costs are the same. So for exact, it's 70 cents, which is good. You do want your exact to have the highest bid. Your phrase, you want the bid to be a little lower. And then your broad, you want even lower. So what I don't like is that, first of all, broad and phrase are the exact same. Second of all, what I don't like is that your exact and broad are pretty similar. That's only a 10-cent difference. I mean, for broad, you can get away with way less. You can get away with like 30 cents per click, I'm pretty sure, because there's so many irrelevant search terms. So I personally don't do this. If I were you, I would stick to exact match keywords, especially if you're like on a tight budget, if you don't have like thousands of dollars to just spend and just, whatever, let me experiment. I would stick with exact. If I were you, I would pause these, okay? Now let me explain to you why you would do something like this if you want to. So the reason why you would do something like this eventually is because let's suppose you put your broad at 30 cents, okay? Over time, as you start fine-tuning your campaign and as you start adding negative keywords to this group, the results are going to be more and more accurate and you're going to be paying less. So this is the reason why you would ever, if you decide to do it, why you would separate into different ad groups like this with broad, exact, and phrase, is because eventually as you start getting data and you start fine-tuning your campaign, all of a sudden now, again, let's say broad, you leave it at 30 cents and this is at 70. If you add all these negative keywords, you're going to get really cheap clicks. Ideally, you're going to get the same keyword clicks, the same search terms as you would for this keyword with exact phrases, but you're going to be paying 30 cents, assuming you set the bid to 30 cents again, right? So that's the idea. That's the only reason why you would do it like this, is so that After you fine tune and add all the negative keywords, you're going to be paying less. But in this case, there's not much of a difference for you to warrant that. And you're not even getting that many clicks here, right? You're getting, like, you spent 28 bucks as opposed to this. But ideally, the end goal is for you to spend $28 on the same number and the same quality. That's the key, quality clicks is this. So that's why you would do it. If you're starting out, I would remove the broad and phrase. I would just go with exact. And part of the reason why I also say that now and not at first is because before, the exact match keywords were pretty much exactly exact. Now the exact match keywords are a little bit more loose. Okay, so for example, if we go over here and we go into, like, let's look up the highest clicked keyword here, exact, right? So the keyword is affiliate marketing info. What do you think are the search terms for that? They're very loose now. Look at this. People typed in, what is affiliate marketing? Easy affiliate marketing, how to start affiliate marketing. That's not very exact, okay? So my point is, even if you put exact keywords, you will still be able to get ideas for things that work, for search terms that could work. You'll still get ideas. So leave it at exact. I would remove broad and phrase. You're also complicating your life unnecessarily. Just have one ad group with exact, okay? So that's what I would do. Yeah, just leave exact and start with that. Later on, you can expand and you can do different ad groups to test, and you can see if you can save yourself some money. Basically, that's the keys to saving some money. Right now, the goal is be as efficient as possible and get the right keywords that work as possible. So let me go into negative keywords. I believe you did add some negative keywords as well, which is good, but we can definitely add more, right? This is not nearly enough. I saw some really shitty terms that just are really bad. You don't need. So that's pretty much it. Like for the small things and for the good things. So if we go into all campaigns, I do like your budget, $20 a day, $22 a day. That is a good budget. I do like your bid strategy, enhance CPC. So let's go into over the main stuff that's going to really make a difference, all right? Let's go into the huge stuff. Number one, you need tracking, man. You need tracking. I messaged you, I asked you, do you do tracking? You said no. That's a major no-no, huge no-no. You need tracking. First of all, you have your own landing page. So that's amazing. That means you can even set up Microsoft Ads tracking, which means you don't even have to use a third-party tracking tool, really. You do for the sales. Sales is important, you do. But I mean, for the landing page conversion optimization part, you don't. Because you'll be able to see everything here. You'll be able to see conversions right here. And look at this. You told me you're getting a 10 to 25% conversion rate on your landing page, right? Well, guess what? Some of your terms here are totally irrelevant. Like if we go into search terms, if you had conversion tracking set up, and by the way, I am using again, maybe no, not in this case, but sometimes if you'll see me using Yvonne's columns, you can just delete it and use your own, okay? But in case you see columns that look a little different than what you expect, I'm just letting you know. So over here, you're getting some clicks, but some of them could be irrelevant, like, or like, let's look at the CTRs, okay? So click-through rate. So click-through rate for this is very high. That means people are finding your ad very relevant, which is amazing, and they click on it. But we don't know what the conversion rate for these people are, because even though the CTR here is high, what if their conversion rate's actually very low? That's the problem. So you need to set up tracking. I have videos for that for both the third-party tracking tool, ClickMagick, and Microsoft Ads. I'm going to put a link to the video in the description for Microsoft Ads conversion tracking. Man, you definitely got to check that out. You definitely got to install it. It's going to take you all of 5 minutes tops. If you're unlucky and you have some major server lag, you need to do it because you're going to see of all these CTRs, of all these clicks, where are the conversions? You know, because it's possible that you are getting the highest conversion rate here. Let's suppose you get a 50% conversion rate for this keyword. What is affiliate marketing? Which, by the way, I doubt because you have such a low CTR here. So we'll get into that in a second. But basically, you're telling me you have a low conversion rate? Yeah, a low conversion rate for specific keywords or in total. But if you pick out the winning keywords, if you add this conversion tracking, you'll be able to tell which exact keywords and search terms are getting you the most conversions. And that's how you improve your conversions. Right? Like let's go back here. Let's look at the conversion rate. You have, let's suppose, a 0 conversion rate here, 0 conversion rate here, but then you have a 100% conversion rate here. Well, that's 10 people. So all you got to do is take then this keyword, this one, easy affiliate marketing. Let's imagine, right? I'm not telling you to do it right now. I'm saying imagine that's the case. What you would then do is you would simply put this into its own ad group. Don't change a thing. Put this into its own ad group. Have the exact same ad. Don't change the ad because obviously it's working. Assuming it's working, okay? Again, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm saying assuming this has like 100% conversion rate as an example. Just an example. You're going to put this into its own ad group. Have the same ad you have right now. And then if you pause everything else, guess what? Your conversion rate's now 100%, right? Do you get my point? Do you see what I'm trying to say? My point is your conversion rate is low, 10 to 25% because of some of these keywords that are tainting your campaign. What you got to do is dig through the mud and find the keywords that are doing well. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to take those keywords, you're going to put them into a separate ad group, and the reason why you do that is so you can give it special care. So you could add or decrease the bid for that ad group. You can change the ad if you want to. You can duplicate your ad and you can split test. For example, right now your copy says free affiliate marketing course. Well, with this ad, you can keep that ad, definitely keep that ad because assuming, let's say it's working, you would make the ad copy to say easy affiliate marketing. That would be your ad copy too. And you would test and see which one does better. So that's what you would do, right? So that's why it's imperative that you have tracking, man. Like, if there's one thing you take from this case study, is that you need to set up tracking. Guys, everybody, all of you watching, don't be lazy. Especially if you have your own page, you need to do that. Okay, so look at all the keywords and then you'll be able to tell which keywords and which search terms, more importantly search terms than keywords, more importantly search terms, which ones are giving you the conversion. So you want to go into keywords, go into search terms, because that's what really matters, okay? Keyword is simply the word that's triggered, but it's the search term that matters, okay? And then that's how you would optimize it. You would look for these winning search terms, put it into its own ad group, and then boom, your conversion rate is gonna grow overnight, drastically, okay? Now there's a few more things I wanted to say, I wanted to point out about this. Let me see. Maybe I'll come back to it. I forgot what I wanted to say. But yeah, that's the main thing. So you want to make sure that you're right, you have the tracking set up, you know which works, and then same thing for ads, you'll be able to see which ad variation works. So ideally you're going to have 2 ads, just 2. These are separate ad groups, so let's go into, let's say, exact. So you're going to have 2 ads, and that's why I prefer doing 2 separate ads, because then you'll be able to see all this data there, and you'll be able to see what converts. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. So the other thing you want to be able to do as well, this is also pretty big, is once you see a sale, okay, let's suppose you see a sale, you make your first sale, congratulations. By the way, set up tracking for your sale as well. For that reason, I would suggest a third-party tool such as ClickBank. Once you make your sale, what you have to do is count how many people did it take to sign up to see that sale. Let's suppose it took 100 people, 100 signups to get 1 sale, okay? So if you do the math, 270 divided by 100, that's $2.7. What that means is that every lead for you, every sign up roughly costs you $2.70. And so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna work backwards and you're gonna go through these keywords again. You're gonna go through the keywords and you're gonna see how much did you spend for every keyword and how much did you spend for every conversion. And if the number is above that 2.7, that number that we set up, assuming every 100 leads equals 1 sale, you can reevaluate that keyword and you can change it, you can delete it, you can pause it. Okay, so what you want to do is go into modify columns, go into conversions, and you want to see, where's that number? It's basically cost per conversion, right? So let me see, where is it? All right, so I'm not seeing cost per conversion here for some reason, but basically what you can do is you can just add revenue, or you can say all conversion revenue, and that way it's gonna tell you how much you make per conversion. So then once you set up conversion tracking, you can say that, hey, for every lead, I'm making $2.70, assuming these are the numbers we're playing with, right? And then you'll be able to calculate and you can say, okay, I spent, $5 on this keyword and I made only 1 conversion, so I made 270. What should I do with it? And at that point, it's too little data. but let's suppose you spend 500 and you make 370, right? Then you want to go in and just kind of figure out where the discrepancy is, what's going on, maybe pause that keyword if you have others that are doing better. But these are basically the metrics that you're looking for. So how much you spend versus how much you made, and you'll be able to know how much you make per lead by working backwards and by figuring out how many times you sold and how many leads did it take you to get that sale, all right? That's how you would do it. So that's that. Hopefully this makes sense, right? So separate them out into their own separate ad groups after setting up tracking and figuring out which ones are getting you the highest conversions. Now let's go into the landing page and let's look at this, okay? So let's take an example. Let's look at some search terms and let's look at an example. So for example, this one, which has a very high CTR. So people are typing in affiliate marketing for beginners. They are seeing your ad, affiliate marketing course, which is amazing, and they're clicking on it. So very high CTR, 32%, amazing. Give yourself a pat on the back. So question is, why is your landing page then conversion rate so low? Now, here's the other thing we have to keep in mind. Frankly, my friend, we don't know where your low conversion rate is coming from. So it's possible that for this search term, you actually have a 90% conversion rate, right? So frankly, we don't know. So that's why we have to set up tracking so that I can tell you like, hey, or maybe this one will convert. Maybe this one has a low CTR, but the conversion rate for signing up is actually high. So frankly, we don't know. We're going into this very blindly. So what I can do is kind of give you some general advice for how to improve your landing page, but I really wish we had some conversion data to see where which search terms are not performing, because then we'll be able to see a discrepancy, if there is one, between what people are typing in and what they expect to see and what they actually see in your ad, and then what they see on the landing page. We'll be able to see, why is there a discrepancy between your ad and your landing page, for example, if there is one, right? So that's why we need to set up tracking. So hopefully you implement all these changes, Nabil, and we can touch base again maybe in a few weeks, maybe a few days, and see if there's any results, okay? See if we can increase our conversion rate from the 25% to higher. But anyway, so back to this page. So this page, so a few things. So like I said, I love that you have the instant access. Now, one thing I don't like, you changed this, by the way. This was yellow and much easier to read. Now this is impossible to read. This is all black. So I would put it back to yellow. I think yellow was way nicer the way you had it before. Now this image, thing is, it doesn't really sell anything, right? So what I mean by that is, when people visit your page, people buy emotionally, okay? Remember that. People buy emotionally. You can't expect them to read. Nobody's gonna read until they actually feel something, until they say, damn, I wanna do this. And thing is, you have too much text and not much showing. You don't have much emotion here. So for example, for this here, there's a lot of text in this image. A lot of text. I would have some sort of image, maybe of a guy holding money, or maybe add some money. Instead of all this, I would just add a picture of money, a picture of you maybe lying on the jacuzzi, like sitting in the jacuzzi, lying on the beach or something, right? To show them, hey, this is what your lifestyle could be like. What does it mean to be financially free? And right now, when I go to this page, I don't see it, right? I see this background. This is nice, but then there's no person here. It's just a background. I would maybe add maybe a picture of some people maybe sitting in the background or something, relaxing. What you want to do is show to people, this could be you. You want to make people feel it. Once they feel it, then they're going to be reading your page. Until then, they're not going to read it, right? The problem is, here's the problem. If people go on your page and they don't feel anything, they're going to feel that reading is too much. And this is too much. This is a lot of reading. You have a lot of reading. All of this, all of this. If they don't feel anything, they're not going to read. You have to make people feel something. That's the priority. You got to make them feel something. So what I would do is I would maybe work on this image a little bit. I mean, it's a guy thumbs up. It's great. But you need to make them feel like this could be you. Like I said, maybe add a picture of the guy holding money or something. Add a picture of somebody lying on the beach, relaxing, right? Financially free. Maybe change this background image. And speaking of which, this background image is very poor quality. So as you can see, it's very blurry. I would add another image with higher quality, okay? You can make it a little bit, what's the word? Like make it a little bit blurry type of thing, but high quality blurry. This is low quality. Like I can see the pixels basically, right? That's not good. You want to make it a high quality image and then you can, I forgot the word for it, like fade it a little bit. You know what I mean? Make it a little bit blurry, but it has to be a high quality image. Then that could work. But this is a low quality image. I can see the pixels, not good. This, too much text. This text, I can't even see. I know that you changed it from yellow, and the yellow was much better. So I don't know why it's black now. Now, the other thing is, I do like this. Free course reveals the exact step-by-step method I used to fire my boss and become financially free. I like the message. I love the message, and headline's pretty good too. I just feel like we could condense it a little bit. And what I would do if I were you is I would also have a split test landing page. So I would have two landing pages. One like this, maybe change this black, so it's more readable. And then I would create another one that's a little shorter. So maybe say something like exact step-by-step method to fire your boss and become free and become financially free. Maybe you can do something like that and see how that works, right? But basically you want to also, just like you want to split test your ads, you also always want to be split testing your landing pages, because there could always be one thing that's really drastically reducing your conversion rates. There could be one thing, and until you test, you'll never be able to figure it out. So I would also have two variations of your page and then just test them both and see which one does better. So I looked at some of the other landing pages, some high converting landing pages, and let's take a look together and see what they have in common, right? So let's look at, for example, expert secrets. So I like this one. So this one has a big video, catches your eye right away. This guy's pretty enthusiastic. And look at the picture of this guy, right? Of the book. So there's not much text in the book. It's mainly a guy that looks like he's talking to 1 million people. And when you look at this, you picture yourself as being like right away, okay? Right away, I'm telling you, when I look at this book, I picture myself standing there in front of millions of people and being like, damn, I want that, right? That's what I see when I see this book. Now, your book, it's good. It's a guy thumbs up. And by the way, he's like turned away to the side. I don't know why. I guess you want to make it like more real, like it's a tablet that's facing, but you could make it like full view, And I would kind of, like I said, right, add a little image there or something. But anyway, look at the headline here. Very easy to read, okay? Very easy to read. Now, the thing is with Russell Brunson, people know him. He's got credibility. I don't know if people search for this through Bing ads, right? So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But the point is, this is easy to read. It's huge, and it's very easy to read. People can't say, oh, I don't want to read this, because this pops in their freaking face. They can't avoid it. It really jumps in their face. This is yellow, and notice how there's a difference, right? These two are different, and it's very easy to read. Over here, these two are the same. There's no there's no background or something. You want to make it less boring, so people are more likely to read. So maybe you can, again, change this back to yellow, and then maybe add a little box in the background or something. Or add a little box around this free course. Add a little box like that. See how here I kind of highlighted it? I would add a little box. And I would try to make it easier to read as well, because it's on this background, it's on this blue background, and it's kind of, I don't want to say it's hard to read, but it's a little harder to read. So if you can maybe blur this a little bit more, this will be easier to read. Or if you can change the color, like decolorize it a little bit, make it more transparent, I think. Like over here, this is on white. Okay, this is very easy to read. And then he put this background in the back. And then let's look at some other landing pages. So I went on, 21 best landing pages, I think in 2022. Yeah. So let's look at and see what they have in common. So let's look at Shopify, sell online with Shopify. Okay, so this one, people know what it is. So it's not really fair to compare to yours. So we can avoid it. But look at how easy it is to read it. The problem with your page, with your landing page, is people look at this, mentally they say, this is too much to read, this is too hard to read, I'm gonna leave. That's what they say mentally, and they leave, because they see a lot of text, man. A lot of text here, a lot of text here. That's overwhelming, subconsciously, on a subconscious level. That's very overwhelming. Look at these other landing pages, so simple. Huge text, smack dab in the middle, very easy to read. It's white on a green background, whereas over here you have white on a bluish/white background, right? And then here, this is impossible to read. People right away, nope, too hard to read. Let's look at the other pages. $100 off, boom, flashes. Whoa, $100 what on what? Oh, here's a picture of kitchen. I love cooking, maybe something to do with cooking. Let me read more. See how it catches your attention a little bit more. It makes it obvious, makes it clear what it is, And then you go in and you actually, then you read. Sign up now to enjoy, $100 off on what? Family style 5-piece set of cooking. Boom. Very easy to read, straight to the point. Yours? I wouldn't say it's easy to read. You could say it's straight to the point. This is a good idea. But I would say test and see if you can make it even shorter. Because most of these highest converting landing pages, they're short. Sell online with Shopify. $100 off on this, right? So at the very least, what I would do is maybe just, again, make this like add a little background here or something like that, There's that. Let's look at some of the other ones here. Muzzle, a simple Mac app to silence embarrassing notifications. This one's a little hard to read. It's gray on white, but it does the job. It's very clear what it does. Very clear, very concise what it does. Your time, your goals, you're the boss. Look at this huge text, right? The 3x international, cheaper international account, huge text, white on blue, easy to read. Hosting makes Airbnb very simple, easy to read. Become a dog walker with WAG. I like this one. This one's straight up G, so easy to read. And you know right away what it is. Become a dog walker with WAG. I have no idea what WAG means. Join our community of over 351,000 pet caregivers. So maybe you could try also doing something like that, Maybe instead of writing this, simply enter your email. You could just say, enter your email and join the other hundreds of thousands of people, taking this guide or course or whatever, right? You can maybe say, enter your email for instant access, right? Simply enter your email now to get instant access right away. Because it's quite clear that it's a guide, right? You can test stuff and you can see. I'm just trying to think of ways to make this more concise. I think there's definitely room to do that. Again, very clear, very easy to read. White on blue. This one, build production ready experiences without coding. Okay, Webflow. Online therapy. So notice how all of them, what do they all have in common? Very easy to read. Very easy to read. It's very clear white on dark or dark on white. We haven't seen any dark on white, but, well, here, dark. It's dark on white. Most of them are white on dark, which is fine. I prefer actually, here, yeah, dark on white. Here's another one. I prefer dark on white. It's easier on the eyes. So very easy to read. Letters are huge. Headlines huge. And yeah, it's very concise. Very concise. So 3 things. Huge, easy to read, which could be 1. And very concise, okay? Yours, I wouldn't say it fits all 3. I wouldn't say that. So I would definitely work on this. Like I said, change the image here. Change the quality resolution of your background. You gotta buy people's emotion. You gotta get their emotion. This one, definitely not easy to read. This one, definitely not readable at all. Basically, it's just black on dark. You can't read that, right? Because remember, these are things people aren't gonna read unless they feel the emotion, and people aren't gonna tell themselves logically like, oh, hey, this is too hard to read. Let me zoom in. No, it's all done within half a second in their subconscious right away. They see this. This is a little hard to read. Boom, back, right? They just glance at it. They glance at it. Boom, back. They don't even think. Okay. That's why all of these things are super important. So yeah, you can take a look at this. Maybe I'll link this in the description. It's blog.hubspot.com/marketing/landing page examples list. And go through them and just see if you can imitate them. See if you can do what they're doing, because obviously it's working. Very concise, straight to the point. Look at this. Generate even more leads from your blog. Huge letters, easy to read, concise. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, man. Welcome to the Unbounced landing page course. Well, that's interesting. There's an Unbounced course. Okay, maybe I should do one. I love Unbounced. I have like 35 Unbounced videos on my playlist. That's okay, interesting. Sorry. But yeah, choose your debt amount. Like, look at this, straight to the point, right? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Now, the other thing you could consider also, maybe another test you could do, is remove all of this. Remove everything, only keep this. That's it. Because that's what you want to do. You want to keep people's attention on your call to action. What do you want them to do? You want them to do this. Everything else is irrelevant. Yes, it's good, but you want to be careful so as not to convert this into a sales page. This is a landing page for a reason. It's not a sales page. Maybe you can have this on the next page, okay? But for this page, you want to make a landing page, not a sales page. So in conclusion, for your landing page, I would either do these changes, well, I would do a lot of these changes, but I would also run a split test, just one other page variation with maybe removing all of this completely, right? Because maybe this could be the thing that's really holding you back, right? And I would just have this one piece of thing here, maybe add like a bigger picture, maybe make this bigger, you know, maybe make all this bigger, maybe make the text bigger, things like that. But I would just try to have just this one top section, not to distract people with anything else. Okay, so I would try that. And so that's it. So you combine everything that I said, especially conversion tracking, with all of this, and I can definitely foresee huge changes and huge increases in your campaign. So I hope that you do make these changes, Nabil. If you do, please let me know. You know, me as well as the audience, everybody watching this would love to know what the conversion rate is. Either I will make a follow-up video, or I'll just put a comment in the comment section of this video telling you what the new results are, what the new conversion rates are, things like that. And we can just go over this together. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, Nabil, or you guys, anyone else, about any specific section of it. I'd love to see you succeed, of course. That's kind of the point of the case studies, is to see all of you guys succeed. So yeah, there's that. If you guys enjoyed my content, definitely take a look at my website at ivanmana.com, where I offer a free 55-page affiliate marketing guide, and I offer training courses as well on affiliate marketing mastery, Google ads, Facebook ads, retargeting, remarketing, so on and so forth. And that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Nabil, thanks again for letting me use your campaign. I will see you in the next video.